Time for tonight's rewrite. Those on the left who felt the president should have fought harder on the Bush tax rates found a hero today where they've never found one before. In a Louisiana Senate seat, centrist Democratic Senator Mary Landrieu of Louisiana attacked the tax compromise, calling it the Obama-McConnell plan. I'm going to argue forcefully for the nonsensicalness and the almost, moral corruptness of that particular policy. This is beyond politics. This is about justice and doing what's right. Why the president didn't think there were 40 or 50 or 60 of us to defend him on this principle, I don't know. But he basically didn't think any of us cared much about it. Well, I want him to know I do care. There is so much nonsensicalness in what the good senator just said that it is hard to know where to begin. Let's consider why she said it first. President Obama is beyond unpopular in the South. He is hated. Louisiana is no exception. Mary Landrieu is obviously very conscious of doing everything she can possibly do to distance herself from President Obama. This nonsensical statement of hers helps her do that. The phony stunt she pulled, blocking the Senate confirmation of Jack Lew, Office of Management and Budget Director, as good and decent a public servant as the Obama cabinet has, also helped her distance herself from President Obama. She was holding up Jack Lew's confirmation in order to try to force the president to end the moratorium on deep water oil drilling following the BP oil disaster. I don't remember anyone on the left cheering Mary Landrieu in her fight to open up the Gulf of Mexico to even more oil drilling. Now to the most nonsensical line in her statement today. Why the president didn't think there were 40 or 50 or 60 of us to defend him on this principle, I don't know. Well, I know. The president knew there were 40 votes. He knew there were 50 votes. And most importantly, he knew there were not 60 votes, 60 being the number needed to win in the Senate. And Mary Landrieu knew there weren't 60. And the Senate on Saturday proved there weren't 60 when they lost 5 Democrats for the vote on the Obama tax bill. President Obama did what he could to round up votes for the tax bill. Mary Landrieu did not. She didn't try to convince a single colleague to vote for the Obama tax bill. The president has some power of persuasion in the Senate, and senators have even more, often much more. The way Bill Clinton got his tax bill passed in the Senate was more a result of senators persuading senators to vote for it than the president persuading senators. Specifically, Finance Committee Chairman Daniel Patrick Moynihan single-handedly rounded up the 11 votes necessary to get the bill out of committee and personally secured the final decisive vote on the Senate floor. Senator Landrieu has never done anything like that. The simple truth is President Obama said everything he could say, did everything he could do to get senators to vote for his tax plan. He got 53 of them, 53, to vote his way, which is 3 more than Bill Clinton got to vote for his tax plan. But it was not enough under the current rules of the Senate that requires 60 votes to proceed on a bill like this one. So the president made the best deal he could at the right time with absolutely no help from Senator Landrieu. And that top tax bracket of 35% that Mary Landrieu now thinks defines, in her awkward phrasing, moral corruptness. President George W. Bush created that rate when he cut the top tax bracket from 39.5% to 35%. But that did not inspire Mary Landrieu to coin the phrase moral corruptness, because she was one of the few Democrats in the Senate, including her colleague from Louisiana, who voted for the Bush tax cuts that set the Treasury on the road to ruin.